everyone, it's Nisha. So today I wanted to review and demonstrate for you the Bourjois 123cc cream. And the funny thing is, I thought this was new, but since then I found out it's been out for forever, like at least a year. But I never look at Bourjois foundations or anything like that because I've used before the Healthy Mix foundation and I didn't like it. It was not for me. Let me start off because that's what I like when I watch reviews, is the people to tell you the skin type, because that's very important, because what's good for my skin type might not be good for your skin type. So my skin is normally normal with the oily T-zone. So it's not too dry, it's not too oily, but throughout the day I will get shiny in the middle. Right now my skin is a bit drier because of the winter, and also I've been using retin-A, so I think it's dried my skin out a bit. So the normal bit of my skin feels a bit drier, and the T-zone maybe is not as oily. Okay, let me tell you about this. So this is the CC cream, which is supposed to be the same as BB cream, but with like color correction properties in it. But what I always find with other CC creams are that they are just that, moisturizers with tiny bit of pigment, and it just sinks into your skin, doesn't cover it, it doesn't matter how much you put on, does nothing. This is very different. Let me tell you a bit about it. So it is 123 Perfect CC cream. It's got 3 pigments in it apparently, which color correct. So it has a apricot pigment, which is anti-fatigue, green pigment anti-redness, and white anti-dark spots. You don't see the pigments, I'll show you in a minute. It is a lightweight texture, easily glides onto skin for smooth application, and this is true. The only thing is it comes just in 4 colors. Ivory, I think, which is the lightest, then a light beige, which I am, or beige clear, number 32, then rose beige and bronze. I knew ivory would be too light for me, rose beige probably would be pink, more pink, and bronze would be too dark, so obvious choice was light beige, and I love it. The match is perfect. I also feel that probably adjusts a bit to your skin color anyway because of the color correction pigments. So if I was you, go for the lighter one. Just if you prefer yellowy ones, you'd be all right with the ivory, and you'd be all right with the light beige and bronze. Rose beige is probably too pinky, so if you're pink, you probably should go for that. And I'd rather go lighter than darker with my foundation, because if your foundation is too dark, you look weird. But if it's too light, you can bronze it up a bit. So, but this is perfect color for me. So let me show you the color. It is like silk. It's very, very lightweight. It feels very, very liquidy, but it covers like nobody's business, and that might be due to high concentration of pigment. It also has SPF 15 in it, and it says 24-hour hydration, like if you would wear it for 24 hours. So I agree with all the pigment correction, because you will see when I apply it, evens out the skin just like that with one coat. It is very lightweight. It feels so lovely. It feels like nothing. But as you can see, obviously I top it up with Laura Mercier mineral powder, but like I say later, I think most of us set our makeup with something. So the best way to apply it is with your fingers. Definitely. I've tried the beauty blender, I've tried the brush. This is too liquidy, and it will soak in your beauty blender, or it will get very druggy. You drag it around with the brush. So most BB creams, or CC creams, because they are more like moisturizer texture, should be applied with your hands. But what I do, because I do the first layer with my hands, and then because I already have one layer, the second layer has something to adhere to, I use my beauty blender just through the middle, because I always need more coverage here in the middle. My nose is a bit red, you will see anyway. So my final thought is I absolutely love it. I cannot believe it. I would never ever try it because, like I said, I've tried Bourjois healthy mix and it was not for me. I'm now tempted to try the Bourjois 123 foundation that they do, which is supposed to be more matte finish, satin matte, so probably would be better for me than the healthy mix, which is much more dewy. Now, if you have very oily skin, that won't keep you oil free. You probably will find it breaking up really quickly. If you have dry skin, it'd be perfect. And if you have skin like me, you still should be okay. So I would say if you have oily to very oily skin, or really, really oily T-zone, you know, overly oily T-zone, maybe I wouldn't recommend it, but the rest, you will love it. I love it, and I just wish they did it in different colors, but maybe because it's not foundation, it has those color adjusting properties, maybe it doesn't need that many colors. So I think that's all I wanted to tell you. I love it. I cannot believe that I would say that about CC cream. I use Rachel K, but that is more as my primer. There's no way you could wear it just on its own because it's too white, too washy, and it doesn't cover like this. I never thought I would say that about CC cream, and I swear from all the foundations that I have, even my Estee Lauder Double Wear, which I still love, but that gives me, like I said, like a bit heavier, cakier finish. Cakey, is that a word? I don't know. I haven't been using anything, none of my other foundations. I've just been using this for a whole week. So, okay, I'm gonna be quiet now and I let you look at the demo. Today to my face is the CeraVe or CeraVe AM moisturizer, and as usual my Tranquility Skincare Banish Puffy Eye Cream. And now, like I said, I will apply it with my hand, and you can see I've got a very red nose. I will do one side of my face. So as you can see, it is pretty runny. Let's do the nose. Okay, look at that coverage. That is, and I go with it under my eyes as well because it is so thin. I don't feel it cakes up under my eyes at all. So instead of using concealer, I put this, because with foundations I usually don't go under my eyes with foundation. I just put concealer there. Okay, so this is just one layer and I think that's all you need. Can you believe it? It's covered most of my, you know, it's evened out my skin really nicely. I don't have many things to cover apart from, you know, I mean, my melasma looks brilliant, I think, in the winter, but that is probably because there's no sun, and I've been using Retin-A and retinol. That Nutratone cream's got retinol in it, so that's probably helping. Okay, so you can see the difference. I will apply it now to the other half of my face. Don't need much. See, this is quite a lot, but it is so lovely and it feels almost velvety. It's got lovely texture and a really nice finish. I would say the finish is like semi-matte. I mean, you can see it's shiny for now, but I think once it's dried out, it's not that shiny. Well, I don't know, because it says that it gives you 24-hour or whatever, however many hours moisture hydration. Yeah, 24-hour. You wouldn't wear it for. Now, as you know, I always have problem. Have you noticed I never finish my sentences? I start saying something and I stop. Yes, you wouldn't wear it for 24 hours, but as you know, I've always told you nothing sticks to my nose, and my nose is quite red. I've had few breakouts on my nose as well. So the second, if you wanted to add second layer, that's when I use Beauty Blender. And I just add it a bit more in the middle of my face. That's where I want the most coverage. I probably didn't need it on my chin. I've taken too much. And then you can pat it in with the Beauty Blender. Okay, so I think that covered, I'm satisfied with that level of coverage. You know, I say I like good coverage, and to me this is good coverage because it's covered, it's evened out my skin tone nicely, but it doesn't feel cakey or heavy like full coverage foundation would. So now what I will do, and I do that almost with every foundation, I would never test it, just go away now, because that's not how I use my products, and I'm sure most of you set your makeup with powder or with something. I always use Laura Mercier a mineral powder, and mine is in Rich Vanilla. Okay, so I am going to set that. It's got lovely glow to it, but it doesn't feel very tacky, so but I'm still gonna set it. I'm using Real Techniques powder brush. That also gives me a bit of more coverage, and it sort of mattifies it, but with a bit of luminosity. You know, like some mineral foundations can look really cakey and powdery. Laura Mercier doesn't. It just gives you still that, can you see that glow? And there you have it. What do you think? Can you still see the glow? I probably would powder in the middle. I mean, I'm not going to do anything else right now on the camera, because this is just about the CC cream. But what I would do now, normally I would put some sort of highlighter here. I would do my cheeks, my brows, and probably powder lightly through them, just through my T-zone, and that would be it. So what I will do now, I will go away and do all my makeup. I might actually video doing my makeup, so I can get 2 videos in one, and then I come back while I'm completely done. So I have done my makeup, I finished it all off, and I filmed it, so you're gonna get tutorial out of it as well for the natural eye, which I hope is natural. Okay, so I absolutely love it. I cannot tell you, since I got it, which has been a week, I've been using it every day. I've put away all my other foundations, and that really says something. You know what I'm like with my foundations. And lasting power, I'm not going to be coming back throughout the day. I think it lasts just fine. You know, I don't ever expect any foundation to last for the whole day. I always have to powder because I get oily T-zone, and maybe in the evening it breaks up a bit, but I think it still looks really nice. I love the finish of it. I just love it. So yeah, this is definitely a winner. So I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.